Hello, it's Fiona from Feline Jungle, and I'm super excited to be invited to the Orchid show this year. Normally, I'll pass for many reasons, but not this time. Right now, I'm at the Botanical Garden, and there's a pre-show party for influencers happening at the gift shop. Oh my god, the moment I walked into the shop, I was like, wow! I'm already seeing so many orchids and I haven't even made it to the show yet. It's got me all hyped up, which is rare for me since I'm usually not into flowers. That looks kind of spooky. Not to mention, I'm from the southern tip of Brooklyn and I have to cross 3 boroughs just to get to this botanical garden in the Bronx. So it's really far for me. I knew I had to make it this year because the show was designed by Lily Kwong, a landscape designer that I've admired for ages, and I can't wait to see it. I actually came here early, so I'm spending some time in the gift shop before everyone's here. Oh my god, this is so nice. It's using a saucer. What? This is such a cool idea. It's called succulent pizza. How funny is that? Oh my god, we could totally do this. It's 6 p.m. and I'm beginning to see people come in. I know a few of my friends are coming too. I can't wait to see them. Yay!
I've had them, but I'm trying to like lower the amount of plants.
Same.
Because it's like I'm just trying to focus on the ones that I have. That's why I haven't bought any in so long.
Yeah, I think that's the theme for this year. Is just like try to grow the ones that we have already.
Exactly.
It was so great seeing Belinda and her sister. If you haven't already, follow her on Instagram at Plant Lovers Only. Oh, these are fern.
I like the purple one.
You like the purple
I
one?
like this one, but this one is...
It's too big for our home. We need like a baby one.
It looks very...
It looks pretty even without the flowers.
Yeah, it's really long, very old. It looks like a seasonal plant.
A ZZ plant with flowers.
With flowers, yeah.
This one has like a gothic look to it. Oh wait, this one the flowers come in like this.
Where's the flower?
Here. They go in like this. Boop, boop, boop. Oh my god, this is so cute. It's mounted. It's called... Oh, it doesn't have a name, but it's so tiny. It's like little fingerlings. It's mounted like this. This is giving me a lot of ideas on what to do at home. This is adorable. Look at the baby little roots grabbing onto this piece of bark. So I did my hair today, inspired by Orchid Night. Chucky braided my hair and then we put some orchids in it using the hair clips that I designed with Jessica from Lost as Jess. Do you like it? Orchids. This event also allowed me to meet new people like Becky and Ariel from NYBG's marketing team. Special thanks for inviting me to this event.
Hello, this is Fiona's YouTube channel. Welcome to the Orchid show.
Yes! Yeah, Phoebe, talk about your outfit today, girl.
Wow, I'm actually wearing head-to-toe Farm Rio.
Yes!
Not sponsored, but please find me. So yeah, I'm wearing I think it's called like the sundress, I believe.
It's like sun with a lot of
Lots of like sparkles and
happiness.
yes, dress in happiness. Always gotta dress in happiness. Wear color all the time. Wear print. Yes, and this jacket is actually reversible. So depending on the vibe, today I want to be glitz and glam, like a little glitz and glam, but subtle. So I wore this side, but on the other side, it's
Flip it, I got you.
ta-da! So
We get like a transformation tonight.
Oh yes, we might get a transformation today. And headband is Ceremonia.
Got it. Get this outfit. It's always so nice catching up with Phoebe from Welcome to the Jungle Home. We also got the whole NYC plant community here at the gift shop.
Hello. Chucky, do you have one? Oh no, you okay, you're for later.
No, The cat loves Chucky. Chucky doesn't get any scars.
Catterday. Here are our cat gifts. Our cat tattoos. All in our
It's getting late. The orchid show is about to start. Let's get to the greenhouse.
I always feel like a brand new person when I come out of the studio. So that's amazing.
How are you? What's going on? Didn't I make him? I love the sweater. You look
Oh girl, we messed up. We should have come here earlier to avoid the crowd, and now we're stuck here waiting in the cold. Thank goodness there's some live music happening outside to keep us entertained. ADAI and a group of amazing dancers are performing a blend of traditional Chinese tunes and modern fusion EDM music, and it's so cool. These are like classics that they remade it, right? I love it.
Yeah, a lot of fans.
Thank you. That's really good. It's the next song now. The wait wasn't too bad. We were outside for about 10 minutes. The live music definitely made it better. If you liked it, you can find ADAI on YouTube and Spotify in the description of this video. But now we're about to head inside the orchid show. So warm. It's like we're transported to a tropical paradise, literally. Look at that, see the little orchids? The designer is Lily Kwong, first Asian woman to design the orchid show in the New York Botanical Garden. And her inspiration is mountainscapes. First orchids to our left. I can't really smell it, but it's completely white, and it's just beautiful how the light hits and makes shadows on the white flowers. This is another installation. These are the moth orchids that you see at Trader Joe's, but they made it look so pretty. Like the flowers are huge. The firecracker ones that you were talking about.
Stuff like this inside because it was like swampy.
Oh, look at that, Jackie. everything's dark and there's like just a spotlight on the orchids, it really gives a dramatic effect. This one's called the Wildcat. Oh my god! Wildcat Golden Red Star. So, orchids are epiphytes that climb on trees, which is why they display them like this. How they would climb on trees in nature. So pretty. Okay. There's no light shine on this one, but it's a vanilla orchid. This is also another type of orchid. The one that we have at home, the vanilla orchid, but it's huge. Huge. Beloved yet endangered species. So yeah, all the vanilla that you get from like culinary, like cooking that you use in your kitchen comes from the vanilla orchid. I like found out last year. It's so cool. I know the spotlight is on orchids tonight, but they have such pretty anthuriums. Oh my god, look at this. It's gorgeous. I wish the ones at home could grow like this. This is Anthurium crystallinum, so I do have this one at home, but this is just beautiful. Coming to the botanical garden at night is a completely different experience. I feel like I'm in the jungle looking for rare orchids at night because everything's dark. It just is more dramatic than when you come here during the daytime. Definitely worth the orchid night experience. It's here. More orchids. Wow. These are called purple smile orchids.
Yeah, it's literally like you walk and see some leaves.
Oh,
You come back
go
down.
this way. Let's walk here. It's very spooky. Whoa, careful. I feel like we're going up a tree house. Okay, so I got tricked. I thought there was something up here to see, but there's actually nothing. But it was a very fun experience. I feel like we were on an adventure. So we're in another spot. Wow. Oh, I remember this. This is where they have like a pond. They have like a pond with some fishies. This room definitely feels more spacious than the other one where everything was crammed in together. You can actually take a breather and appreciate the space. Oh, it's called jade vines. Okay, so there's a question here. It asks, what is the rarest orchid color? So let's find out. I think it's blue. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. Well, it's in front of the white orchid, so maybe this is the rarest. Look at how huge this is. It's like the size of my face. No pity. Let's go. Orchid show continues. That's where we were before, at the entrance. It looks so magical. Look at this one, so pretty. It's purple. I like how it dangles like this. Good thing you have a spotlight so we saw these orchids or we would have missed it. They have a completely purple one up there. They're all like dangling down. It's called Princess Mikasa Indigo. Wow, look at this. Oh, these are the baby orchids. They're like very delicate. Baby's breath flowers.
Yeah, the labellum this is a slipper orchid because the labellum, the bottom petal is closed like the toe of a slipper.
Wow, look at the color on that.
One of the things about
They look like face masks.
if you look right here, you see that little spike?
And these ones aren't dangling. These are actually planted onto the ground. It's different. Chucky, there's more orchids here. Wow, look at this one. This one has a little cup. Look at this. It's so pretty. It looks out of this world. I don't know why. They kind of look poisonous. Oh, wow. This is pretty. This is also another orchid, but they didn't shine light on this one. It has like this blush color. Pastel-y blush color with a yellow inside. Oh, you might have found my favorite one.
I like this one.
I like this one. Do they have this one? We should go to the shop later and ask them if they have it. What else they got here? Ooh, you might like this one. It's covered with like a fern in the front, but orchid in the back. It's called gold digger. Because of the vibrant colors, I'm assuming. It's bright red. Whoa! It's so red. It like really pops out in front of the ferns. This one also has that blushy color from before. This one also has a little like cup, a bell shape in the bottom. I don't know why it looks poisonous. This is the same one. It's also another gold digger. It's a lot of gold diggers. It's called Haupt diamond. Would you say this is your favorite? Thanks, Chucky. You're the best.
You got the light.
Yeah. I think it's a hybrid. It says it's some kind of hybrid. Like if there's an X sign, it's a hybrid. Here. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I think it's the same one we just saw before. Chocolate chip. I see where they get that from. This one's like bright orange, like sunshine. Fun fact, orchid seed capsules contain up to 4 million tiny seeds. That's crazy. This one looks like a flying squirrel. Whoa, what is this? It's some kind of bromeliad, I think. Yeah, it's like a bromeliad. Orchid show continues. You think there's more orchids on the other side? More orchids. We are out the tunnel. Okay. Oh, there's more orchids here. This looks like the cactus section. Just kidding, it's not the end. There's more orchids. These aren't the ones that are mounted on the trees. They're actually potted like how you would at home. Also gives a really good inspiration on how to decorate them. Look at how huge this one is. That's really pretty. It's huge. Oh my god. I almost missed this one on the ground. This one's just like a pot full of these moth orchids. And they're just gorgeous how big they are. They're so pretty. I like the yellow ones because they remind me of daffodils, but orchids. And this yellow one is coming out from this big pot, this huge terracotta pot on the ground. I wonder how old this one is. It looks so big. It must be like a couple years old. At least 10 years old. I think this is the back side of the entrance that we came in from before. I could be wrong. I'm completely wrong. This is not. This one smells good. I can't smell. There's a lot of people, but we'll try to go inside. Is the finale of the orchid show. There's like a huge backdrop here, but I think this is probably at the end of it. So let's try to appreciate the orchids as much as we can. It looks like we're in the mountains with orchids. It kind of, the mountainscape goes. I want this in my backyard, and I just come here every day to look at orchids. This is so beautiful. It's like you get an intimate moment with the orchids. And they have so many different colors. So pretty. So I think this was actually designed by Lily Kwong, and I just love how it's a bigger space where you can appreciate the beautiful orchids and her design. It's just unbelievable. It's very magical. And I think this is my favorite part of the whole exhibit. Look at that, like you just look up and it's like a mountain of orchids. Mountain! I like how she paired the colors too. Like your eyes just dances in from one color to another color of orchids. It's just beautiful. Very beautiful. And you have like moments like this where the orchids kind of pop out, so you really get to have a close experience with these beautiful orchids. Damn, makes me want to buy an orchid or two. It looks like these orchids actually grow on the rocks because she covered it with moss, and it's very seamless how she did it. And then you have like these moments like this where you have a crevice inside the mountain and you have pops of colors coming out of the crevices. I love these moments. We're at the end of the orchid show. We're just about to head out to the exit, but I just want to say we had a great experience coming here at night. It's definitely different. It felt more dramatic, but there was a lot of people. It's very packed, so make sure you come at a time where there's not as much people. You might want to experience it when it's during the daylight so that you get a different kind of look of the orchids. This is the final walk inside the conservatory. We're going to start heading out. Thank you. There's a line even to exit out. Oh, they're still dancing and singing. Hey, there's a party out here. Let's go. Let's go join the party.
Thank you. I hope you feel the heat. And here comes our last song. It's called Summer. I hope you feel the heat way more. And please dance with us. Here you go.
And that's a wrap on my orchid show experience. It's definitely an adventure from catching up with friends to braving the crowds to admire stunning orchid displays. Through this experience, I can't help but reflect on how it connected me to my natural heritage. During Lunar New Year's, orchids would fill up our homes because they represent good luck, and seeing these beautiful orchids brought back so many fun family memories. I want to give a huge thanks to Lily Kwong for being an inspiration as the first woman of color to guest design for the orchid show, and also a special thanks for the NYBG team for inviting me to this show. I hope to make an impact on this community someday. Oh, and did you like the soundtrack that's playing in the background? It's the song called Summer by ADAI, so thank you ADAI for letting me use your beautiful music. And thank you all for joining me on this journey. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next adventure.
Shake off the stress and the mess in your head and just have fun. Take your lightest heart with the widest smile. One kiss at a time, we'll take our time. You know that, babe, you taste like summer. We gotta hold hands to the end of this wonderland. We don't know what's gonna happen, but our hearts are growing tight like fall follows summer and winter follows fall. I follow you, so my summer never ends. Babe, you taste like summer. Secret codes, the heat of July. Can't wait another second again. Summer. Are you ready to get up and run? Summer. Babe, you taste like summer. Secret codes, the